I met with Dr. Myles Munroe on the 19th of June 2026, and it has to be one of the best experiences I've had this year. Now for those of you who might think this is clickbait, clearly it isn't, because you don't have to meet a person physically to have met with them. I read his book because we all know he's dead. Or if you don't know, he's dead actually, right? But he diagnosed my problem so aptly that I was just like my mind was blown. That day I was high. I was high from the chapters I'd read. It's pages 114 to 119 of The Spirit of Leadership. That's the title of the book, The Spirit of Leadership. And the reason why it had that much of an effect on me is that that's a situation, like the issues he was discussing, right? They really resonated with me because it's a situation I've been stressed by, that I've been thinking about for almost a year now, leadership health and all of that. And he diagnosed my problem for me clearly. I didn't thought I was going crazy at the point because I was like, am I a bad person? Am I not a bad person? Do I have expectations? Do I not have none of that? I thought it was actually an expectation problem. But clearly, when he diagnosed the problem, he said it was an esteem problem. So now we would be working on our self-esteem and all of that. And this is a book I've had for since 2018. Right, this is a book I've had since 20. I think even I got late 2027, 2017 actually from someone, and I had never read it. There was just I'd never read it up until my phone got spoiled sometime last week, and I said, "Oh, let me get back to reading. Let me get back," because I've actually been reading. Yeah, it's not that I've not read at all, but it's just easier to read when it's a hardcover and I don't have distractions. Because if or prior to that, I had read 4 books, even with the phone. So um, having that um, distraction-free period to actually get into a hardcover book made me truly immerse myself in it. And I'm so grateful that I had that experience because I've learned so much. I learned so much from that one book. And I know, of course, the first read, you would get something from it, but the most effect or the most effective way to experience the book would be to read it over and over again and all, especially the chapters that resonated with me. Pages 114 to 119. I remember them clearly. Those pages, he diagnosed my problem for me. Now, why am I rambling? The point of this video is to appreciate the man for sharing himself with the world, and to also use that as a reason to encourage other creators who are putting out works in the world to keep on doing so. If you haven't, or if you haven't not been sharing your experiences, I encourage that you do that, right? Via whatever medium you choose to. Could be books, audio visuals, whatever means or whatever medium you choose. Just share some of your experiences with the world. Share them in books. Share them to be a blessing to someone. I mean, that one experience really made me think that how much more better, or in English, how much better would the world have been if only every single person that has passed through this earth documented their stories, documented a portion of their lives. I believe that we would have learned so much more if the world, like every single person, had shared something with the world before going. Would have avoided a lot of mistakes. The world would have been a lot more advanced. People who thought of things, people who discovered things, but didn't get to share them with several people, right? Would have had the opportunity to have put it there. Maybe someday someone else would have come across it to intrigue the person's interest, and then the person will pursue it and actually build something. And the world would have been well advanced, or much more well advanced, and progressed if that had been done. So this is just an encouragement to every creator out there to keep sharing it, whether the views are coming in or not, because clearly I have several review videos, but will I stop? No, because I enjoy it. I hope you also enjoy it, right? But just share something. Share something with the world. It would be a blessing to someone, because this book really blessed me. I was so blessed. I really, really wish, as I was reading it, I really, really wish that I had a camera. I would have recorded in that very moment. Right now, this one is, I've lost a bit of that, but that excitement, that high that I felt from reading it that day, man, it was crazy. It was crazy, right? But I mean, if the phone hadn't spoiled, I wouldn't have gotten to read it now. So either way, it's a win-win for me. And yeah, thanks be to God. And special shouts out to my parents. I have a new phone. So yeah, here's to more videos. Keep creating. And just maybe someday, whether you still are here or not, it would be a blessing to someone. And even if it never is, of course, there will always be some of you that you're just sharing rubbish, absolute nonsense with the world. That one day, I can't. Even with those who share valuable content, we can't guarantee that you would get views. How much more? But well, sometimes the world is crazy. People just love to watch rubbish. So I encourage you either ways to keep sharing and let's all create or leave the world better than it was before we came here. Yeah. Nobody might watch. When people watching years later. So yeah, this is me right now. Today's 24th of June, 2026, and I just got my new phone. I've been high on this phone since yesterday, exploring things, certain things up mainly actually. Yeah. But here's me going back out after filming this. I'll be editing this to post and I'll go back to working on other stuff and reading. So yeah.